Yes, we're live. And I have some drawing to do. I've heard a lot of kids complaining, going, yeah, too many politics. I'm here for the draw. So look, this is a show all about the draw. What I have here is the camera's pointed to my Cintiq, and then the main screen is just what my screen sees. The microphone is jacked way over here. So I don't know how much of this audio is going to be useful, but basically, whatever you hear now is about what it's going to be. Now, I'm using Manga Studio, and this is a 2008 version of Manga Studio because I can never get Clip Studio Paint to work right on my computer. So this is an old version. These are called Drawovers. This screen here is a model sheet of one of my characters, Chief, where I need to kind of go over it and fix up some line work on it. So I'm going to go in here and see if I still know how to draw in this program. So I'm going to again, I have not used this program in years, so you'll have to forgive me when I try drawing this thing here. This is a raster-based program. And my problem is this guy's head needs to be a lot smaller. Just his head in general is smaller than this. So I could, oh man. And all the defaults on these tools are just terrible for line work. This is what I hate about the computer. You have to do all this manipulation just to get it to work. But this main drawing here, I can set to lighter to make it go away a little bit, which is kind of what I need. Okay, his brow, it does not come out this far. It goes about yay. So we're going to start there. Man, the defaults on this brush, it's trying to correct every line, which I think is just terrible. And this is his nose. Man, this is going to be totally inefficient. And the nostril needs to go back about like that. Here, I'll zoom in closer on it so it's a little bigger on screen. There. The defaults on this line, it's trying to do line correction. So after you draw a line, it moves a little bit, and it really bugs me, man. I never, ever want a computer moving lines and straightening them out for me and drawing for me. I hate it. Yeah, so I have infinite undos on this brush. See, I can just keep hitting undo and it makes it all go away. Let's make it all go away. Where in the heck are my brush settings? This is going to take forever. New settings, change settings. Tool preferences. Is that it? This is where I get lost. Set auto scroll. No, that ain't it. Let's try again. Let's try something else here. Let's go to, oh, come on. Show stroke preview. New settings. Oh no. That is not quite what I need. Let's try under, oh man, this is going to take preferences, file, edit, story view, selection, layer, ruler, filter, window. Tool options or tool properties. Let's try tool options. I hit tool options. Where's the options? Now, I want you guys to know I can draw like nobody's business. It's like duck to water. I can draw fast, but this is my problem with every program I've ever used. I don't care if it's some render program, 3D program, Photoshop program. Every animation program is not made to work like reality. And that's the problem is. Every tool should work like reality. So if I'm hitting brush, I'm just going to try here. If I'm hitting this brush, there should be a brush. If I'm drawing with a brush and it does something like that, see where it for a second, it reforms after I've drawn. There should be a way to turn that off because right now it is using that feature. So that feature should be up on the screen. Look, that reshaping feature that's ruining this effing line. There should be like a thing right here. It says, see the line. This is the line. This is the math going behind that thing that you're using. So here's a stroke in, stroke out, and a correction. So it must be, that must be it. So we're going to turn all that off. Let me see what I get. Oh, I know I want those in there. I don't want the correction. So let's see if that solved it. Nope. Dang it. Hate this tool. I hate, curse you programmer. Programmers need to die. Now look, that might just be all we can do. There's no in and out. There's not as much in and out. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to turn all that garbage off. All that programmer. It's made for weak artists, for people who have zero self-image and don't know what they're doing. They go, I need a tool to save me. So they say, give me this feature. And that is not what you need. You need to learn to draw. We're all artists here, so let's draw together. Okay, here we go. This guy's now, man, that's a bad line. You know what, maybe I'll choose a different brush. I use the Maru all the time and the G brush. Let me try Maru. See if this one's ruined. Oh no, that's good. Very good. It's a little thin, which I'm sure there's a setting on how to thicken it, but let me try just pushing down. Oh, it's doing the correction. Stop that. Okay. That I can work with. See, it draws. Lets me draw. Wish it was a little thicker. Whoa. Edit. Redo. Where is, I used to have these controls on my screen where I could just click a button and instantly make the brush go thicker and thinner. Let's see what this one does here. Whoa. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. I found it. I found the button that lets me draw. It's the let you draw button. Okay. Now we can draw. Now we can draw. Let me check the chat, see if anybody's here. Oh yeah, look, people are here. There's all my people. Fly Fox Pro, Nate Cicito, White Crow, Brush Sensitivity. Crap. I have to go to the lawn, sir. Bye, guys. See you guys. Now you guys see my frustration with all this stuff. This forehead is way too pronounced is one problem. His nose is getting a little long because really his mouth should be like that. There's too much anatomy on this drawing. I'm trying to take some of the anatomy out because what we want is just, this could be a style thing. A chisel. It's like a beak nose almost. Let's try this again. Like so. And the lip comes out like that. That's too much nostril. It's flat from profile, like that. He has a lantern jaw, bottom of the jaw, like that. And his forehead is really low, like a caveman. This eyebrow looks good, but I do like to
taper the eyebrow on the end a little more than he's got here. So let's go like that. Yeah. And his eyes are like this smoky gray because he's seen too much. We'll do just one line under it. Yeah. These are just normal creases. Cheekbone is right on here. And this jaw here, his ear needs to be lower. So I need to move this jawline up, I think. Up to about there. And his ear's a lot bigger too. So we're going to set this ear back. Like that. Hole. Yeah. And he needs more meat on the back of his head is what we're going to do. So I'm going to thicken his neck here. And then back here. More like Hellboy. That's what we're doing. In the back of the hair. And I would say his head needs to be more like a, let me get on the blue layer here. Because he's a military guy, he's got more like a old man buzz cut. This is what we're doing, yep. His hairline. Is like this. Better. And even shorter here. You know, translating, these are comic book lines being translated into animation. So comic book lines can have all kinds of detail on them, but animation lines have to be pretty simple. So I'm going to greatly simplify his hair. Let's see if we can get anything like that. And we'll go like this. Yep. Works. Okay. Yep. And we'll put just one line up there. And then his brow. Now I can take away the reference and see. Yep. Bettas. Okay, now let me see if I can find the rest of his body here. Because if I can nail the profile, I can get the three. I just need the profile and 3/4. I can get the rest. Let me look at my character here. I'm just going to see what his body type is. I don't think he's quite that fat. I mean, he's a real gorilla. And his whole head is smaller on his body than this guy's has. So let me select this. Longest UX4 needs to download the font Osaka. Skip it. Edit. Where's scale? Move. Scale. There we go. Now we'll just move this head down to about there. Better. Much better. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Help. Where's my tools? Enter? I don't know. There. Selection. Clear. Okay. That worked. Unbelievable. And then his body. My pen out again. It's going to be more like collar. Yeah, it's unfashionably big collar. Shoulder blade. And this is where we really need some better line work here on this stuff. So I like treating the arm like it's one big piece first. And his arms are huge. He's an ex-Marine. He's just like this huge gorilla. Okay. He's a police chief, so he has to wear a tie. And it's undone because it's the end of the day. And then he has like a chest, and he's not quite a full gut. This is his untucked shirt. And for the hands, I like just a simple knuckle like that. Like a gorilla. Bigger thumb. In fact, like a Hellboy. Sure. And then he just has some hair on his arms. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And that's his shirt. And they always come down pretty far like that. Tie. A little long, little 280s. This is the greatest drawing program I can find. It's the most like, for me, Manga Studio, this 2008 version, I've drawn tons of comics using this thing. Terrible looking shoe, man. Today's not a good shoe day. Good. Okay, let me see if that's an improvement. Because really this is just line work. Sure. Okay, now we're going to snap some lines here. Now I know this thing has a line drawing tool somewhere right there. There you go. So now I can figure out the height of the next head. I can go eye to get the basic proportions. Nose. Chin. Good. Shoulder, elbow, top of the hand at the wrist, fingertip, knee, Knights of knee, and let's do the bottom of the foot here. So these are character model sheet turnarounds. That's what these are. Now I can go in close, and all those proportions should be fine. Oh no. I need to shrink this screen. There we go. So I can grab the bottom of it. I can go across like that. Yeah. 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 I should probably scale this head down. But I don't think I need to. Here we go. I do need to do some blue line though. So his head shape, where's my blue line? At right here. Here. There's my brush. Why isn't it drawing? Why? 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 Let's try doing another blue layer maybe. What happens if I do that? Raster layer instead of black and white. Color? What is that? Color? Why is it a rainbow color now? That's black. No. Okay. First of all programmers of software need to be lined up and killed. This is why I hate everything. Now I can't blue line. Okay, so fine. Screw you. I'm going to draw this thing the way Dad did it. We're going to go in and do it straight. Eat me. Man, I hate software See, I did video games enough to where a dummy needs to be able to figure this out. Like it has to be someone with a 6-year-old should be able to get on this thing and be going, oh, it all makes sense. I can draw. It just works. And that is not, no, my friend. Good. Nose. Good. Mouth. Almost good. I think it's going to come around. If it's going around, I think. And really, I should be animating this thing, to demonstrate that the proportions are right. You actually do a click-through turnaround of the actual animation. But I could never figure out an animation program that allows me to just draw. So we don't get to see that because animation, all these things are not made by animators, all of these tools. I don't think they even call an animator and say, hey, they ask them like, what feature do you want to see? They never say like, how should it feel? Like it should feel like I'm drawing on paper. Okay, so we've got cheekbones about yay. They're shrinking on me because his cheekbones are absolutely huge. But I don't want them to look like wings. And I want his jaw. Chin needs to be bigger is what the problem is. Like that. I'm just finding angles that are appealing here. Like that. Yeah, like that. Just tracing over the other guy's work, though. Again. Yeah, I'm tracing over his work. Word expressions. Sure. Okay. Correct. 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 I think. Good. Eyeball. Come on, man. How hard can it be? Probably needs to move a little bit. Let me try moving this thing. Where is this stuff at? Something like that. Lower. Yep. Lid. Yeah. I don't know where this other eye is going to go. It needs to go in here somewhere. Lower. I can't see shite because of the blue lines. Can't see jack diddly squat. Thank you, programmer. Alleged programmer. Alleged software developer for human beings. Allegedly. Okay. Yep. Better. This hairline needs to go way back here. He's got like something like that. And then like that. And like that. And like. Good. Getting there. Let me turn these off so I can see. I mean, it doesn't look like the same guy because his eyes get so big. So let me try pinching this eye up here. See if I can get a bowl like that. Yeah. Yeah, this eye gets too big. Edit. Scale. Clear it. Okay. I mean, I guess. Sure. Okay. He's like those big Hellboy hunched shoulders. I mean, he's not supposed to be like Thor where he's all fat. He's not fat Thor. Okay, that didn't fill. And then crotch, simple, button fly, wrinkles. Arm. I think his problem is just his sleeve got a little out of control. Definitely more Fred Flintstone in the hands would be good. They're supposed to be slacks, retirement slacks. You start looking like baggy hobo pants after a while. Can't draw slow in Manga Studio and have it look any good either. Okay. I think the back of this guy's head looks like it's coming off. I think it's got to be. Doesn't make sense. Well, let's try another head. About that. Looks good. I'm drawing online. What are you up to? Bo's here? Bocious. How far'd you run, honey?
30.05.
My girl ran 3 miles just now. Almost 4. Bo's back. Boo is back. My whole office is running again already. I'm online drawing live. I'm drawing live online. I'm doing model sheets for the Earth Boy Jacobus thing. I'm just doing drawovers. Trying stuff. Trying to figure out this guy's dimensions in an animatory language. It's going to be a nightmare because his model is so hard to nail, and I'm asking another animator to animate it, you know? Just. I'd like some more coffee, please. Thank you.
No.
That was a hint. Do you need to shower? That's a yes. Okay. Let's do another one up here. I just kind of want to show the animator how simple the drawings need to be. Like they really don't have to be super detailed. It's so much better of a drawing than any of these other ones right here because it moves. It looks alive. So maybe I'll write him a note here. What? Volume and character, not clean. Rendering. Chisel. Okay. Now we have the straight on one. This one's pretty tough for this character. And this one is particularly wrong on this character. So let me find this. Where's my blue line at? This one. Okay. This one he got all hog-nosed on us, so. Let me try a different nose here. Cat. One of my guys is calling me. That's a different animation project I'm working on. The producer is calling, but I'm in the middle of a show and I'm in the middle of drawing on a production, so I think he would understand. And he's waiting for the sound design on our sound, the string out, which is the initial voice record thing. And I need to sit down with Bo for about it. We're going to be spend about a day on that one before it'll be ready to animate on that one. I think what I'm looking for on this guy is what makes him original. Like, how is he not a generic DC, just businessman, that you might see on some bad animated, not bad animated, but just an animated JLA, Justice League cartoon. What makes this guy more compelling? And so the shapes have to be more chiseled, like his head should look like a wedge of cheese, like a block of cheese. That's what I'm looking for on this guy. Something like that. And then his neck is kind of that. Back of the color's way up here. And then it comes around. Like that. Let's go. Yeah. drawing two lines and both of them are wrong. Okay. This arm. The thing I tend to do is I draw arms and faces first because the body doesn't even matter. Because people look at what you act with, and what you act with is your face and your hands. Very rarely are you acting with your chest until you're in a full body action mode. But if you're just standing there, then usually the concentration and the focal point is going to be on the head and hands. So the head and hands have to be dead on. So I'm a little more anal about that. Now this thumb is coming almost straight out to us here. Maybe not quite that straight out to us. It comes off this wrist, the thumb does. And then it just kind of I just like a rectangle. Thank you, honey. Oh, yeah. And the crotch, which is right across from here, I just do a pretty simple line, zipper, fly, a lot of bunching and wrinkles. Knee. These are like Hanna-Barbera knees. Cuffed pants. His wife's been dead a long time, so his clothes are probably bought back when he knew her 20 years ago or so. I don't know. Good. Let's see if I can do any better with this hand. That thumb's getting way down too low. He's starting to have true gorilla features at this point. The more I draw him, the more I exaggerate that stuff. So it can get pretty out of hand by this time. Try drawing the top of the hand first. And just tuck the thumb in there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that guy look there? His head's getting a little wide on this, so I can probably bring in this jawline here a little bit. I don't know, it looks too plain for what I'm after. He should be way more like lantern jawed. And I hate multiple lines in animation. Like it means I couldn't find the drawing. So I have to go in and plant something down that is strong. Especially if you're going to tell another animator, like, this is the model sheet. I don't know. Today's date is April 13th. Okay, I'm going to mail this off. Oh yeah, you see that, Bo? I want to project stuff on the back wall. Know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to cut this show off here because there's 14 of you guys watching. Let me check the chat real quick. See what you guys are all up to. Hello from South Carolina.
Good place.
Is that where you just came from, Bo? Give them to Naple hair. Hello, Nate and Christy. All my people are here. Babbage is here. Christy. Matt V's here. I guess everyone else watching are actual artists. Well, it's okay if you're not, but you know, there you go. There's Kuzmeti. Kind of. Here's my problem with this particular, I'm talking to Bo off screen, but here, I'm talking to all you too. There, see his little high wave? Okay. My beef with this is, I'm an art director, kind of, right? Not on this project. I have another guy helping me out with it, but if I look at this character, my beef is there's nothing unique about it. There's nothing particularly strong about it. If you look at that, you go, that's a businessman like I've seen in every other,
Yeah.
Whereas let's think about Incredibles. Look at the design of Jack Parr when he's in the office with little Wallace Shawn guy screaming at him, like both businessmen, but it's ownable. It identifies you. Now, I don't believe in chasing a style for the sake of style. I'm not just trying to look different. I just think in the history of when you look at things that stick out in your head, you go like, there's no generic character that sticks out. So Captain Hook sticks out. You think about it and you go, the guy with the big nose who had the pipe in his mouth in 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil, Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. You look at them and like shapes come through, big sweeping statements. They're all human beings, but so I'm only saying he is falling a little dead on the page for me. Mm-hmm. So usually it means there needs to be a little more push and pull design work. Although for this project, which is really just a test, it's just a goof around trailer thing, I don't mind so much. I just see it as a bit of a lost opportunity. Like if I searched more for him, I might find it. But the head shape needs to have like a real, like a trapezoidal head shape is how I see him. And then that lantern jaw comes down kind of like Hellboy. It really needs like the jaw and mouth need to be just kind of a simple, wedge of cheese angle shape. And it needs to stick so that when he turns around and turns sideways, you go, the old guy in Up, who's based on the square, and the bad guy in that looks just like the kind of Jack Parr, the wedge that goes over the top of his head and completely crows out his nose. That's what I mean, is what I'm missing.
Gotcha.
That's what I think makes animated shapes great when you're turning that thing. I almost need to do a sculpt maybe and a turnaround. So that's it. That's all we're doing today, guys, on this channel. Thanks for watching. Greg Kirby asked, do you need a back shot? A back shot right now is the last thing I'm worried about, just because the front shots are so jacked. I don't care if I nailed a perfect back shot. It wouldn't really help the project. So the middle looks like Willem Dafoe. There's a lot of Willem Dafoe in this character. There's a lot of Jack Parr in this character from The Incredibles. There's a lot of Pacha from Emperor's New Groove in this character. There's a lot of Hellboy in this character. So if you combine those, that's what this guy should look like. And instead, all of the Brave markings and corners got knocked off, and I kept all of the generic human traits. Is what I think.
Also, it seems like that character from Primal. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Well,
no one's better at character design and doing those angular shapes than Gendy.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes a commitment to line that I'm not doing here, and a commitment to shape. So I know when Gendy sits down and draws, he has a shape in his head, not a human anatomy in his head.
He's based more on silhouette.
Not just silhouette, but even the actual volume of the inside of that silhouette. There's something about his stuff where he thinks in terms of designed shapes. And then secondarily cares about animation turnarounds and human volume. So anyways, that's going to be the end of the show, guys. Thanks for watching. Pass this link around, people. Hi, Doug. Sent your book yesterday. Oh, cool. Ryan Hack is here. Thank you, Ryan. He's got his bric-a-brac books coming my way. I love the artwork in those, man. That is one of the best books I've seen. Anyways, I'm Doug Tenaple. This is Art